Hey there. Hey, bartender. You over there. Hey, can you come over and tell me about the perfect pour? Hey everybody, I hear you have some questions about free pouring. Well, I'm Marky Mark. I'm going to show you how to make the perfect pour. First thing you're going to need is the most common bottle that you use behind your bar. So whatever you're pouring the most of, you want that bottle. You're either going to take the label off of it and then you're going to wrap tape around it and you're going to go ahead and label it water, or you're going to leave the label on. You're just going to go ahead and tape over the label so they can't see it, and you're going to go ahead and mark it with water. So those are the first things we want to do so everybody knows that these are bottles that we are not going to use to pour drinks out of. We don't want anybody to pour water for something they think is something else. All right, so the second thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our most common glass that we use to make every cocktail at our bar. So you use one glass more than any other glass. It's just how it works. So you're going to take that glass and you're going to set it down. You're going to take this is a jigger. This jigger has different ounces on the inside. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here, make my count to 1.5 ounces, and I'm going to go ahead and dump it in here. And then I'm going to see where this falls on this glass. So when I pour in this glass every time, I'll know that I want to get it as close to that star as I can as I make my count. So now I'm doing two things. I'm counting the liquor to a perfect 1.5 ounces, and I'm going ahead and I'm putting it into a glass that I know what 1.5 ounces looks like on the glass. And then now I have two things going in to make that perfect pour. Because if you have that down and the knowledge of practicing makes experience, then you'll go ahead and you'll make the perfect pour. I mean, I understand that this will make the perfect pour, but we're professionals. We should be able to grab this bottle and we should be able to make a perfect pour. It's pretty simple. You just have to practice every day. 5 minutes every day before your shift will help you become a better pourer. And all you gotta do is you grab this bottle, you turn it upside down, you count to the perfect 1.5 ounces, and you dump it out. You do this right over a sink, and then you just keep doing this until you get the number in your head. Now, you've worked with other bartenders and they're like, oh, it's a 4, it's a 3, it's a 5, it's a 4, it's a 6. I had a guy say it was an 8. So that's not wrong. Whatever your count is what it is. I mean, you need something in your head that is automatic. If you're using my count to make your perfect 1.5 ounces, guess what? It's not gonna work. So you come up with your count, and the way to do that is just you grab this bottle and you just do this. You can sing a song just like they do when you wash your hand. You can go happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, you know, and then you can do it that way. You can do it like everybody else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you go ahead and you just do this with one whole bottle every day before your shift into this. And then what you do is you fill it up one more time, you set up 5 glasses, and you make the perfect pour 5 times and you practice. You can use an X-Acto pourer like I have here, or you can use a jigger. So all you gotta do is take it, pour it into the glass, pour it back into the jigger, and see where you fall on the 1.5 ounces. I mean, it's very, very simple. The problem is people don't wanna practice this. Oh, to be a perfect pourer, to make the perfect pour, I gotta work hard, blah, blah. You don't. 5 minutes every day, one bottle. You pour one bottle into the sink, and you pour one bottle into 5 shots. It's pretty simple. Every day, you're gonna get better. The first couple of days, you're gonna be like, oh no, I'm off. Oh, what did I do wrong? Don't overthink it. We're bartenders. Stop overthinking it. All you do is you grab the bottle, you aim towards your target, and then you go ahead and you pour, and you count. And then you cut. You just go ahead and you take it off, just like that, to make the perfect pour. Don't overthink it. Did I get too much? Did I get too little? You know, what is this? What is that? It doesn't work that way. Just clear your mind. You just step up, you grab a glass, and you go 1, 2, 3, 4, bubble. I say bubble because there was a bubble at the beginning of that pour. If you rewatch this video, you'll see that there's a bubble in this pour. And then what you do is you say the word bubble, and it creates that gap, like a speed bump, to go ahead and have your count catch up to that bubble. Because when that bubble comes, people go, oh my God, the spout just stopped, and then they stop pouring. Don't stop pouring, just leave it where it is, keep going, and you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna make the perfect pour. And then just check it against your jigger. Perfect. So it's pretty simple to do. You just have to practice it every shift that you work. It's very, very, very simple. Practice, practice, practice makes experience. And that's what we need to do. We need to stop saying there's so much going on that we don't get it, or we're too busy, or whatever. What's 5 minutes before your shift? You talk to your friends and everybody while you're getting set up anyway. So you just walk over, you grab the bottle, you fill it up, you're at the sink, and you go ahead and you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you go ahead and you dump. But remember your count, what you remember. Sing a song, tap a thing, say 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, say Beverly Hillbillies, whatever you prefer to say. You can even go make the perfect pour bubble, and there you go. And it's a perfect pour. But whatever it is, it's yours. Don't try to take what I'm doing and be me, be you. That's what bartending's all about. So, at the end of the day, you have a bottle taped with label on it and it says water. You have a pour spout that you use all the time and the bottle that you use all the time. And you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna aim it. One other thing that you wanna learn is you wanna go ahead and you wanna spin this bottle so it's all the way up and down, just like this. Because if you do this, it slows your count. This is the fastest speed that's gonna come out of the bottle is by going ahead and just turning it upside down and letting it flow. Because you're gonna let all the volume work in its effort. It's gonna go ahead and turn it upside down, all the weight's gonna push it forward, and then you'll get the same thing every time when you do it. And then you do one hand, you do the other hand. Because we're professionals. We want both hands to be able to pour the perfect pour. I got a challenge for everybody out there. I want everybody to practice with their right hand or their dominant hand. I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna use my right hand. I want you to do 1 full bottle, and then I want you to refill it. I want you to do 5 shots with your right hand, and then I want you to do, without even practicing, I want you to do 5 shots with your left hand. Then in the comments, I'd love to hear what you say, which one was better. You're gonna be very, very surprised. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but you're gonna be very surprised which hand is better, your non-dominant hand or your dominant hand. So I want you guys to leave that in the comments to see if you understand what I'm showing you. Because, just like I said, once you learn it and you see it, no matter where you use it, your hands, your feet, if you got the bottle like this, you're holding it different, and wherever you're at, once you get it and you know what you're doing, and you just grab it and you go with it, it's right there. It's right there. That's all that it is. You just have to learn your style. You can do the long pour. You can do the short pour. You can do jump pour from one to another. These are things that we're going to cover in later videos. So I'm just here to make things easy. I mean, bartending has gotten so like, oh my God, I'm a craft bartender. Oh no, I'm a free bartender. Oh, I'm an OG bartender. Oh, I'm a new bartender. Scratch all that from out there. We're bartenders. We're professionals. We're the first Jedis out there. Someone comes to the bar, they're intoxicated, they want a shot of tequila. You look at them right in the eye and you go, man, you really don't want that shot of tequila. They kind of look at you for a second, they pause, and they're like, yeah, you're right. I think a shot of tequila is a bad idea. See, first Jedis. And this is what we're doing. We're using our mind. We're using what they gave us to go ahead and make that perfect pour. I mean, it's very, very simple. If you take every glassware you have in the house and you set it up on your bar and you pour the perfect 1.5 ounces in each glass to see where this falls on this glass, your mind is going to remember that. So when you're pouring and there's a bubble or a hiccup, or someone starts talking to you, throwing out, hey, how about them Mets? How about them Yankees? And you're like, and you're going and you stop, but you have a second backup plan. You're right there. You're like, oh, I got it. I know where it's going to fall on that glass. So you have 2 things that you're doing that are going to go ahead and help you make that perfect pour. Just remember, when you're doing all this, it's all for fun. It's all for the show. It's all to get people involved. So you're gonna learn how to talk and pour at the same time. Hey Joe, how you doing? How's everything been? You been doing good today? Hey Mary, are you gonna have another, look at this, see that? Mary, you're gonna have another one of those over there? So you just have to learn. You're not always gonna be able to count and pour. So you have to get muscle memory. So by doing that, 5 minutes every day, you go ahead and then you just go ahead and you dump it out. I mean, it's very, very simple. Practice, practice, practice makes experience. Experience is muscle memory. Muscle memory shows you on the glass, your mind's working, you're putting two things together to make that perfect pour. There's no wrong way to pour as long as you're pouring 1.5 ounces. So just remember, have fun in it. And I'd still love to hear the comments of how your dominant hand and your non-dominant hand do the first time you start practicing with the 1.5 ounces. Hey, so you're telling me that I can just make the perfect pour with what you just showed me? Oh my God. I'm feeling a little lightheaded. I just can't believe all the information you gave me was just that simple. I mean, I might have to sit down. Oh my God. It's just like that. You just have to 5 minutes a day? Are you telling me that if I did this 5 minutes a day, I'd be perfect? I could do a perfect pour every time against people? Man, I don't know, man. Holy cow, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. Boy, you better check out the next video. You know it, man. It's just that easy. Just take a little bit of practice and time, and you'll go ahead and you'll be able to knock this out of the park just like all of us experienced bartenders do. It's just fun, and then you can have games every day with your fellow bartenders for a couple quarters in a cup, saying, hey, I bet I can outpour you 1 shot for 1 shot. You know, there's little things you can do to just make it interesting. So just keep practicing and be the best bartender you can, because we're all watching you to make sure we're all gonna have a good time. Hey, thanks again. I'm Marky Mark.